Brattleboro News Recap Show. What's up? I'm Hank, Planet Hank Live, Brattleboro News. It's the recap show, Thursday, 6 p.m. We're going live. Make sure you share it up. Let everybody know that we're in here. Dude, I love doing this show. This show has been really popular with people in Brattleboro, all my fans all over the country, people who've been watching me make content for years, and the people of Brattleboro who now have the ability to see what's going on in town. A direct view of the dealings of the Brattleboro Police Department, everybody in town, what's going on. I'm Hank, the main reporter for the Brattleboro News. You've probably all seen my video content being displayed all over town. And if you haven't, you're wrong. You need to check it out. You need to get involved. You need to get a card. You need to figure your life out because we're out here and we're doing it. Brattleboro News is here to stay. We're the #1 news source in all of the state of Vermont, and soon to be the whole nation. So if you haven't figured it out, I use this scanner, which is going off right now with the Brattleboro Police. And this is my ticket to ride. This is how I get all the details of what's going on, where the crimes are taking place, what the heck is going on in Brattleboro. I figure it out through this. This is a Uniden BC 436 scanner, okay? And this is a P25 digital scanner, which tells everybody is what the police and the fire, all the highway patrol, Vermont state troopers, everybody's signal comes through this and lets me know. He goes, shout out to everybody in here. Ryan writes, how much for a sticker or a car decal? By the way, you've been rocking it, brother. She said, okay, not really, but I tried. Oh, she tried to say first. Hannah says, Mr. Hank. Ike Kwame says, sup. So we're blowing up in here. I got to get my stickers and car detail game and my new merch game. We got the Brattleboro News merch is starting to come out. We're starting to get things put together, but it's all just happening very fast. So I'm trying to pull it all together and get it all out there, but you guys got to give me a minute. We're going to get t-shirts. We're going to get hats. We're going to get stickers. We're going to get all the stuff. And I want coffee cups this time, like just this regular coffee cup that says Brattleboro News on it. So you know how it goes. The best show, the greatest everything, the Brattleboro News Show. Yes. Share it up. We're doing it real big. We're going to have a great show. During this show, I will play you 4 Brattleboro News videos, okay? I will play the video in its entirety, and then I will give you a chance to comment and ask me questions as I tell you the little details here and there about what's going on behind the scenes, what really happened, what I could put in the video, what I couldn't put in the video. It's awfully funny. A lot of times it's very, very funny stuff. But what I'm doing right now, which is very important, is I'm sharing it. I really would appreciate if everybody would share it into their own personal timelines and into your stories. Your stories are very, very important to share this into. Let me go ahead and copy this. So I am copying it right now, and I'll tell you where I'm sharing it. Well, I tell you this next part too. Now, I'd like to tell you about a little old website and some Vermont Access TV badasses that I have the pleasure of working with up in Bellows Falls at fact8.com. Fact8.com. All of the Brattleboro News content is posted onto their website. I'm one of their professional content creators, and I helped them out. Okay, so you can always go to fact8.com, check out all the latest Planet Hank and Brattleboro News content. Now, if you're interested in producing a show of your own, something like this, or on any topic at all, whatever your hobbies are or anything like that, Vermont Access Television, fact8.com can help you out. Producing that, you call them up. and you'll be able to set up your own stream. And they do really, really great work. Fact8.com, and you can get all of the details. So I'm sharing this up right now into Scanner Gossip, Mature Member Scanner New 2.0, Bennington Scanner and Surrounding Area, the Planet Hank Locker Room, Brattleboro Ranting Panhandling, Newfane, Vermont, American White Wolf Scanner, Brattleboro Chat, Brattleboro VT, 911 Southern Vermont Emergency Channel, and anywhere else that group-wise that you guys feel like we should post it, go ahead and post it. It really helps out to share this content up just to get everybody in here and get them all going. And somebody just sent me stars. Jessica Lynn. Big shout out to Jessica Lynn for sending me stars. So I love when people send me stars, by the way. It's beautiful to me, and I absolutely appreciate every single star. She wrote, I live in Portland, and Elena Hubble is busking on Commercial Street. Hottie with talent for change. I'm running security for EH. Little Goldsey, but I'm here, Hank, too. Big love in all directions. So we've been blowing up around town. We've been doing everything that we can to get the word out. I have 7 Brattleboro news stories cooking up. Okay, they're on their way. They're in my hopper right now, being edited and being set up. 7 stories of all things that you're going to want to see. But tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play 4 of them. But before I hop in, I want to make sure that I tell everybody about all things surrounding the greatest news broadcast, the Brattleboro News, the #1 news source in Vermont, all things blowing up, everything getting better, all of that. You know what I mean? Here we are. We're here to stay. Brattleboro News, all right? Sponsored by my flagship sponsor over at Brattleboro Ford. I want to make sure I let everybody know that if you buy any vehicle, a vehicle of any kind, you go in and say Planet Hank or Brattleboro News, you're going to get $250 off immediately. $250 off any purchase of a vehicle with just saying Brattleboro News. And that goes on top of anything else that you might have, you know, for rebates or whatever deals they have. Those guys are awesome. And 10% off any service work that you do. So, dude, it's a great deal. Brattleboro News for the win, supporting your boy Hank. Shout out to my boys over at Renegade Property Maintenance. If you have any mowing or landscaping needs, any work outside your house, make sure that you hit them up. Very hard-working gentleman. You'll see him around town in his truck. He's got the Renegade Lawn Care, Renegade Property Maintenance logos all over the vehicle. Here's his number, 802-490-6870. And congratulations to Hank for getting 2 new major sponsors. We got King's Electric, everybody's favorite electric company in town, residential and commercial, any of your electrical needs. These guys over there are major Brattleboro News and Planet Hank fans. Excuse me. We just sealed the deal on this today, and I got a chance to throw them on my Brandon Bain content right on my newest video. I love having new sponsors hop in. And yesterday, we got another killer sponsor from Stripe It, Seal It out of Keene, New Hampshire, but they service the area. They're a seal it company, line painting, patch repair, crack filling, and all kinds of different services. Their number here, 603-414-7997. This is awesome. I love getting so much support from everybody, new sponsors hopping in. Now, listen, if you are a business owner or you have an event or you have something that you want to promote, you need to get up with me now because the Brattleboro News is the #1 news source in the region, and I have the views. We got the eyeballs on there, not just any eyeballs either. The specific people who are interested in their community, they're usually people that are your customers, okay? They're going to want to buy stuff. They are interested in the town. They're usually upstanding citizens, and it's very important when you're placing ads to make sure that they are seen. So hit me up, and we can collaborate. I love the support, and I'd love to get you on board. One last thing I want to promote before we play the first video. We got the summer dance party with DJ Chase happening over at the Brattleboro Post 5 Legion. Okay, this is July 27th, not this Saturday, the Saturday after. This is Blaine's dance party, and it is awesome. It's been packed for both of the parties that he's put on so far, and they keep getting bigger. So make sure you guys pull up and check it out. I will be there. So if you haven't met me, you have a chance to pull up and meet me, and we could talk then and whatever. So let's get right into the news stories. I've got some very important news stories that I'm super excited to show. Here comes a story. It happened on Elm Street in downtown Brattleboro, and this shit is wild. Let me add this to the stage, and let's watch it. So we watch the video, and then we'll watch it in its entirety, and then I'll give you a chance to comment.
Breaking news.
I'm Hank with Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com. I'm here just off Elm Street in downtown Brattleboro, where Brattleboro police received a call from a homeowner that someone was on their porch trying to break down their door. Brattleboro police responded with multiple officers with their...
Did that sound kind of funny? Let me play it again. Nope, this is not working. Let me pull this down. Boom. Did it sound kind of funny? Do I sound funny? Drew Bagshaw says, Hank rocks. Keep doing what you're doing. Daniel Pope sent me 200 stars. Let me take this down. Let me see. Let me stop screen. Let me add it again. Maybe it'll fix a glitch or something like that. Boom. Share. Okay. All right. Boom. Let me add it to the stage. Let me pop this up.
Breaking news.
I'm Hank with Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com. I'm here just off Elm Street in downtown Brattleboro, where Brattleboro police received a call from a homeowner that someone was on their porch trying to break down their door. Brattleboro police responded with multiple officers with their blue lights and sirens on. First on the scene was Officer Culp of the Brattleboro Police Department, who found a man laying on a porch covered in blood.
Where you hurt?
My arms. The car, the windows is broke over there. I did the fucking...
It's blood on his arms. I believe there's some lacerations. Okay.
My family know everything who's after me.
Okay.
I told...
Can you show me where you're hurt, man? Okay. Is that from a knife?
No, I broke it. Right across the street, their windows broke. I broke it to grab attention, and then this neighbor came out, and I told him. The people was trying to kill me.
Okay, so no one did that to you. You broke the window and the glass.
Yeah, to draw attention. Yes.
Okay.
Go!
You're gonna be okay, Tim. All right?
No, it's not. They could be up there ready to shoot me while you're here and don't even know.
Tim,
I
we're
can
here
feel
for
it
you right now. All right?
I can feel it. Let's go places now, please.
Tim, you got any weapons on you?
No, I don't. I was down going to the store for a walk, and I just saw these cars, and I noticed it. I don't got nothing on me. Nothing.
The man was yelling irrationally that somebody was after him. An investigation revealed that the man attempted to break into the property across the street and cut his hand on glass.
Far from it, my man. Did you use any drugs tonight? Smoking weed? How long ago?
There's some coffee.
Okay. How long ago was that?
Just all this hard happened.
What happened?
The car started chasing me.
This car started chasing you?
Yes.
Okay.
As soon as I turned the corner, it started picking me.
Okay. How'd you cut yourself? Break the windows?
Yes.
Okay.
Brattleboro EMS treated the man and eventually transported him to the Brattleboro Police Department, where he was charged with burglary, criminal mischief, and disorderly conduct.
Right there. Just show you.
What's the watch?
I got it.
Another step there. All right. Easy. All right, Tim. Ready? Where are we at?
Yo.
Ready? Tim, over here. Go on the side there. Yep.
I was able to get a comment from Lieutenant Petlock of the Brattleboro Police Department.
So on July 5th at about 9:00 p.m., officers were dispatched to Elm Street for a report of a subject bleeding and attempting to get into a residence. Officers arrived, took the subject into custody immediately, and investigation revealed that the subject had first punched a window at a residence across the street before traveling to that residence and trying to barge in through the front door. He was taken into custody, transported to a medical facility for his injuries, and ultimately transported back to the police department, where he was charged with burglary, unlawful mischief, and disorderly conduct, held in lieu of bail.
Just because you are arrested does not mean that you're guilty of a crime, and the investigation is ongoing. I'm Hank with Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com, sponsored by Brattleboro Ford.
Wow, so that was a wild scene. Let me tell you, that was extremely wild. I was blown away by that one. I had actually just stepped out for the night. I was trying to do some other things, do some of my microphone work, like recording my microphone parts. So I started out and I had literally just turned the scanner on. I like pressed on and turned it on, and boom, right then, nonsense started coming over the scanner. So basically during that situation, it came over the scanner that there was somebody trying on their porch, trying to break down their door. And then the dispatcher goes, you guys might want to step it up because the people inside the home say they have a gun. And if they get in, that they're going to defend themselves, that they're going to use their gun. And so then all of a sudden you hear all the cops in town that were responding. They all go, code, which means that they're going to turn their blue lights on and sirens on and whip across town. And sure enough, they did. They pull up, they fly across town, and find this guy. This guy's just going nuts on the porch. He's covered in blood. You hear Officer Culp of the Brattleboro Police Department was the first one there, and you hear him go, are you okay? It doesn't look good, buddy. And basically, he's covered in blood. And then as the video goes on, he basically tells us all, he goes, basically, he thought someone was chasing him and gonna kill him. He was clearly intoxicated. And by intoxicated, I mean high on drugs, okay? And so he went to one house across the street and tried to break the glass and cut his hand and his arm really badly. And he was bleeding out, and he started panicking, and there was a ton of blood all over the street. He had bled out. It looked like he stopped in certain places and didn't know what to do. And he eventually made it to the house where we found him and started trying to bust their door in. He busted their door in so badly that they had to replace the whole door, okay? And the people in there were pretty worked up. They were fucking pissed. They were definitely pissed. They were like, whatever, dude. You bust in and come in here, we're going to have to defend ourselves. And so basically, whatever. So police pulled up, and he started in on that bit about, they're trying to kill me. They're trying to kill me, which, okay. And he clearly had some mental health stuff going on. But let me tell you this. This is something that I always want to talk to people about when they do this in this town. The people of Brattleboro and in a lot of communities are very worried about when somebody has mental health issues, which is it's a great way to be. Like, I agree with you. Mental health issues are terrible. We should all have compassion for people with mental health problems. But here's the thing. That doesn't mean that you get to commit crimes and felonies and be aggressive towards people. You absolutely do not get to do that. Okay? Like, if you commit crimes, even if you're mentally ill, you're completely crazy, that doesn't make a difference. That doesn't stop. Maybe that would have an effect on the way that you're treated, and they can do mandatory evaluations. But if you're abusing people, if you're stealing or attacking people or doing really any crime, you're still held accountable for that crime. Nelia Ingersoll writes, fact, so many people use mental health as a crutch, or some sort of reasoning for like, oh, well, they have mental health problems, so this isn't as bad. It's just as bad, all right? So let me tell you something about myself. I'm a disabled veteran, okay? And so same with like being an Iraq vet. I'm an Iraq war vet. Maybe we've all heard this with like Vietnam veterans. Okay, you can't be a Vietnam veteran, an Iraq veteran, have PTSD and go out and beat people up or hurt them or do anything and have no consequences. You definitely have consequences. You are not allowed to treat people badly because you have mental illness, Adam Paxar says, what's good? Nice apple punch, my man. Yes. We're going to get to that story. That's going to be the last story of the day. She says, exactly. Speak. He goes, keep up the hard work. You are killing it. Shout out to Adam. Thank you, buddy. She said, I've known plenty of people in that town with severe mental illness that keep to themselves and didn't cause people harm or fear. It's not a get out of jail free card. Exactly. And we need to figure out and sort out some of our feelings and how we deal with this stuff because, mental illness is not going away. Okay. And clearly the crime levels and the problems that we have in Brattleboro are going through the roof. This is not something that we're going to get out of easily. We're going to need to come up with some real solutions here. And the catch and release programs that we have and all the help for the mental health stuff that everybody keeps wanting to bring up, it's not changing it, okay? Going to therapy once a week is not going to help these people, okay? Therapy for an hour once a week is not going to change somebody like Brandon Bain, that Nazi guy. We're going to get to that story fourth. Kelsey Bristol writes, people come to the retreat and then get released with no follow-up treatments and nowhere to go. It's awful because everyone else pays. Ryan writes, Hank for president. Hank for president, man. Come on, let's get governor, mayor. How about mayor of Brattleboro? Something like that, Right for president. Man, I don't want to get my ear shot off. Just to let everybody know, we've got an active star party going. So if you're considering throwing stars on my account, helping out, little tip, a little donation to the Brattleboro News live recap, then you get a little bit of a discount right now by doing a star party. He says, I just went for a walk with the fam. Dude, walking down the street, topping off a taser. Like, what the F is this town? What the F? Town is outside of control. Oh, man, he was topping off a taser? He had a taser? Jesus. Mar Place writes, yo, Daddy Hank. That's right. Big Daddy Hanky. Okay? And I can hear my boys from the Brattleboro Police Department. Big shout out to Chief Hardy, Assistant Chief Evans, all of the lieutenants, all of the officers, all the way down. Shout out to the dispatchers. Shout out to the Brattleboro Police Department altogether for out there trying to help keep the town safe, arresting people when they need to be arrested, helping people when they're sick or they're overdosing. They go way out of their way to help people out. I know it's become a thing as of late for people to bash police and say they're all terrible and that they're all abusive and they're killing people. It's not true. It's not true at all. And we're trying to make being a cop something that we can all be proud of again and have some support in town for them. She said, can you adjust the amount of stars that you want to send? Or am I just really dumb today? Oh, of course you can. My boy Jeff just sent Mayor Hank 1,000 stars. Look at that. Big shout out to Jeff Bush, Cherokee Diversified, for helping out, for always helping out the Brattleboro News and the Planet Hank Show. Big shout out to Cherokee Diversified. The Brattleboro News is here to stay. The greatest news ever that you could ever imagine. Sorry, I was just grabbing a little light. I was going to try to put this right here and see if that helps out a little bit. Oop. I'm adjusting something. The Brattleboro News is here to stay. The best in news entertainment from Vermont. Okay. The Brattleboro News Recap Show. I do it once a week, Thursday at 6 p.m. Make sure you tell more people, more fans, more views, more everything. So we're going to move on from the Elm Street story. Basically, well, actually, I'll say one more thing. He was charged with multiple charges, which is something that I appreciated that happened. He was charged, and I almost thought that they were just going to go, okay, mentally ill situation, and he left in an ambulance, and then he wasn't going to get charged. He did get charged with multiple charges, burglary included, and it was messed up. Here's Renegade Property Maintenance right here. Big shout out to one of the sponsors of the Planet Hank Live show. He says, Hank needs a statue in Brattleboro. Oh, boy. Imagine all the vandalism and damage that would be done to a Brattleboro News Planet Hank statue in downtown Brattleboro. That would be hilarious. She said, how? To send stars, you go to the bottom of your Facebook feed. You click on the star. Let me see how it goes. And it should pop up. You click on the star on the bottom left below, and it will pop up with a menu giving you all kinds of different options, ranging from 20 stars to 10,000 stars. Obviously, I think that you should all send 20,000 or 10,000 stars. Ryan says, Hank needs no taser. Hank has the throat punch. I just watched that one. Absolutely hilarious. I love that video. I am proud of that video. But that will be the last video of the day for this show. So I want to YouTube Studio. Where is it? Oh, view my channel. I'm pulling up the next video that we're going to go over. This video, let's see what I'm going to do. Oh, yes. This video here. Okay. Let's pull this up. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's see. It's playing it back crazy. It's playing it back crazy. She goes, stars for the throat punch. Okay. Let me share the screen. Boom. There we go. Sorry. It took me a minute to pull it up, but here we go. It's playing it back a little crazy tonight, and I don't know why.
With Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com. I'm here on Burr Street in South Brattleboro, where Brattleboro police witnessed a dangerous crime. A driver driving erratically in an old pickup truck on Canal Street blew through the stop signs, going in excess of 50 miles an hour. Brattleboro police pulled the man over and placed him under arrest for negligent operation and driving with a suspended license.
But my phone is in the truck right now, and I left home with it. So,
I just get screwed.
The man was arrested for the same crime not too long ago in a Volkswagen headed south on Route 5 towards Guilford, where he lost control of the vehicle and went off the road. Brattleboro police called a tow truck and had his vehicle picked up after they transported him to the police station. I was able to get a comment from Lieutenant Petlock of the Brattleboro Police Department.
On July 4th, about 7:15 p.m., officers received a report of erratic operation on Canal Street. Officers responded to the area and observed a 1978 C10 operating at a high rate of speed and running a stop sign. Officers conducted a traffic stop with the vehicle and took the operator into custody without incident. The operator was charged with operating with a suspended license and negligent operation.
Just because you are arrested does not mean that you're guilty of a crime, and the investigation is ongoing. I'm Hank with Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com, sponsored by Brattleboro Ford.
Wow, okay. So this is a little bit more of a tame story, okay? It wasn't as out of control as some of the other ones, but let me explain something about this story. Is that this kid is the same kid that was driving the Volkswagen Jetta headed south on Route 5 towards Guilford that lost control and went off the road. Okay, this dude, when we found him in the woods, he had a crack pipe in the center console of his car. Like, he didn't even try to hide the crack pipe. You know what I mean? Like, usually when you crash your car, when you're intoxicated, you, like, try to throw the shit out the window or something. Nope, not this guy. He was just cool with it. He was like, whatever. Goes up, gets picked up by Cody, and left the crack pipe and a bunch of chore boy right in the center. When they asked him about it, he said, oh, it's my friend Steve Smith's, okay, et cetera, et cetera. Someone else left that. You know what I mean? He said no Independence Day for him. He goes, at least this time he stayed on the road. Yeah. He goes, that was his friends. So I was out in downtown over by Malfunction Junction in downtown Brattleboro filming one of my famous Brattleboro news segments, okay? And I saw this dude going flying by in that truck. Flying by and headed up South Brattleboro, peeling out, drifting, like taking that old 70s pickup truck and going wild in it, okay? Peeling out, going crazy, et cetera, et cetera. And I knew where the police were. So I chuckled to myself and I was like, oh boy, you just fucked up, bro. You just went down the wrong street, bro. Complete wrong street. And I knew that Officer Cody Johnson was in the area and Officer Lopez. I knew that they were dealing with a call. And I was like, oh, they're about to be done with this call and they're going to be in their cars and he's going to go right by him. So he came back around, got on Canal, and just over at the stop signs by Googers and everybody gets pulled over for not stopping there. Flew through the stop sign, 60 miles an hour, right through the stop signs, and Johnson was right there on the Elm Street hill and freaking pulled out right behind him, chased him down. And Officer Johnson was mad. He was mad because of how reckless it was to go through the stop sign going that fast. That's what he said. So he went right after him, pulled him over, and then took him right out of the vehicle and put him in cuffs right off the jump. So by the time I got there, it was like already time to be locked up. He was already in handcuffs, and I got there just in time for the search and everything like that. The kid looked over to me and was like, oh, shit. He knew exactly what was up from the first video and just immediately tried to turn away and was like, oh, man. Sherry writes, he was probably out in an hour. Probably so. You know what I mean? He goes, Steve Smith is a thief. She said, the way he drives, I don't think that there's a right street for him. And I agree. I mean, dude, come on. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, you're not, there's no, you know what I mean? So. So that video is pretty much fire. So I just want to let everybody know, if you are going to if you have a small business or any type of thing that you are promoting or anything that you want to hop in and sponsor the show, if you like what you're seeing with what I'm doing, then this is the best place to get your message out. This is the absolute best place to advertise. We are the #1 news source in the state of Vermont. We're growing in the region. We've got sponsors calling every day, trying to get on board, getting the information. If you want to be a part of the ever famous, the best, most badass news, the Brattleboro News, hop in, get your business featured. You're going to want to be a part of this one. This is the good guys. We are the good guy team, okay? He said, kid needs a trophy. He's racing everywhere he goes. He goes, don't mess around in a school zone. Facts. That whole area is a school zone. It's ridiculous. Ryan Phillips says, Hank is the best and most loyal person. Very true. Very true. He goes, Jeff, why is the 99-cent McDouble $3? Yeah. She said, speak for yourself. I'm team anti-hero. Lisa Blaine. Big shout out to Insane Blaine in here. Oh, Lord. Yes, ma'am. We don't mess around in school zone. Shout out to the sponsors, Brattleboro Ford. Brattleboro Ford is the best car dealership in town. Okay, by the way, if you purchase a vehicle and you mention Brattleboro News or Planet Hank in any way, you're going to get $250 off instantly. Tell me that's not badass. And if you got any service work to do, head over to the service shop at Brattleboro Ford and get 10% off with a mention of Planet Hank or Brattleboro News. Big shout out to Renegade Property Maintenance. If you got any mowing needs or any type of work outside the house, make sure you hit these guys up at 802-490-6870 and get that handled. Shout out Renegade Property Maintenance. My newest sponsors, Kings Electric, residential, commercial electricians, 802-254-1211. These guys right here are awesome. I went over there today, got a chance to shoot the shit outside with them, say what's up, meet the crew. You can reach them on their phone, talk to the office, or you can email. You got Heather in the office. Big shout out to the squad over at Kings Electric. You'll see their trucks all over town. And then, okay, we have another new sponsor. Stripe It, Seal It, okay, patch repair, crack filling, seal coating, line painting, and stenciling out of Keene, New Hampshire, but they service the area. Give them a call, 603-414-7997. I had a chance to meet up with Tracy, and she is awesome. She asked me all kinds of questions about the Brattleboro News, wanted to know all kinds of details, which I was able to give her. A lot of the reason why people are reaching out is that they kind of believe in everything that I'm doing. They really like it. They're enjoying it. It's something that they really enjoy watching and that they believe in, because we've never had, the ability to have this type of news coverage in the area. Okay, Brattleboro has certain news sources, and they let people down for the most part. There's been a lot of complaints, and, that's where I come in, okay, because I show you. I mean, video is the best medium. What I try to do in my news coverage is literally just say as little as possible and then play the raw footage. So you get to watch what happens yourself. You get to make your own mind up. There's nobody telling you, what the agenda is, what the politics are behind the footage. You could think or believe whatever you want. You could come away in agreement with what happened, or you could not agree with it. You could think the arrest was good, the arrest was bad, okay? You could think the officers were great. You could think I was great or bad. It doesn't matter. That's not what I'm going for. What I'm going for is a small version of Cops, the television show Cops, with a news twist. So you get some, current local news. You get to see what happened, but you also get to witness how the cops handle situations, how people deal with the situation when they're dealing with the police, and get a look at how it is in Brattleboro, okay? And that's very important. So we've got another video. I'm about to play this next video. I super like this guy. I love this restaurant. This video right here is something that kind of resonated with me. It's one of my friend's businesses downtown. Arguably, and not even really, there's no argument, this is the best restaurant in town, okay? And there was a break-in. Let me play the video. You know how it goes. I play a video, we all watch it, and then we get a chance to run it back and talk about it in the comments.
Breaking news.
I'm Hank with Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com. I'm here off Elliott Street in downtown Brattleboro, Vermont, where Brattleboro police got a call that a local restaurant had been broken into. Brattleboro police and Brattleboro Fire showed up and found a window had been smashed and a propane stove had been left on all night. Brattleboro police started their investigation by taking blood samples and searching the building for clues. Security footage shows a man wearing a mask and throwing a brick through a window. After an investigation, it was revealed that the suspect did not appear to take anything from the restaurant and left the building. Here for nothing, bitch. I was able to get a comment from Chief Hardy of the Brattleboro Police Department.
On July 13th, officers responded to a possible burglary call at 32 Elliott Street in Brattleboro. Upon arrival, officers saw a broken window, but a search of the area was negative at that time. This is an ongoing investigation.
If you have any information about who the identity of the man seen in the security footage is, please reach out to Brattleboro News or the Brattleboro Police Department. I'm Hank with Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com, sponsored by Brattleboro Ford.
Bow! Peter Havens in downtown. Don't wreck Peter Havens. Jesus Christ. Are you kidding me? We need them. We need that restaurant in this town badly, okay? We need something good like that. We need somebody who cares about what they do. Man, Zach over at Peter Havens really cares about all the food that he cooks, about the presentation, about your experience when you go in. Head in over there. And let me tell you something else for all of you people listening. Peter Havens is looking for an experienced sous chef. Okay, they're looking for somebody who knows what they're doing, like legitly. If you are looking for a job and you're an actual chef that like knows how to cook and been to school and like is a top end guy, can get a good paycheck, they're looking for you. Okay, he really wants somebody who knows what they're doing to go in there and apply for a job right now. He needs some help. Okay, so man, it was real weird. You know, you see that guy throwing a brick through the window like that? Like, dude, first thing in the morning, it was probably, I bet it looked like it was about 6 o'clock or something in the morning. The sun had just started coming up. Dude, he took the screen off and then threw that brick through the window. Okay, he crawled in. He went all around in the building. He didn't steal any alcohol. I was blown away. It was the first thing I asked. I said, did he steal some bottles of alcohol or any champagne or something? You know what I mean? Like, can we go find somebody and they got like a bottle of fucking $250 champagne or something down on fucking under a bridge somewhere or something? Nope. Didn't steal any alcohol. Didn't seem to do anything. Didn't really break anything. It looked like he went into the cash register and there was no cash in it. He went into the back bar cash register, and the only thing that was in there was a bunch of credit cards that people had left behind. He didn't touch them. He didn't take any of that. He looked for some cash, and then he went downstairs, and they had a prep cook stove down there, and he turned it on. The propane to the stove was on. Zach said the first thing he smelled when he walked in, that's how he knew somebody had gotten in the building, is that when he walked in, it was like, boom, all he could smell was gas. Whole place full of gas. And so that was a big issue and everything else. Let me read some comments off. I know that everybody's popping. He said, what a loser. She goes, these criminals are sloppy, right in view of the cameras and got caught up. I'm not saying I support this, but shit, if you're going to do it, be smart about it. Propane left on is the crazy part. True. It's dangerous as hell. But also it's like, what was the motivation? Like, were you trying to blow the place up? Was that literally, like, she said, was they found the guy? I have not heard that they found the guy. We're still looking for the guy as far as I'm concerned. I keep checking in with the officers whenever I get a chance if they've oh, there's the comment right there. Peter Haven should sponsor Planet Hank. I agree with you. I have got this I agree with you. He goes, maybe he stole a steak. As soon as I found out the stove was on, that's exactly what I said. I said, bro, did he go down there and cook dinner? You know what I mean? Like, is it like a situation like that, like where he broke in and made himself something to eat? He made a steak or some pork chops down there. You know what I mean? He had some soup. You know what I mean? He made a little sandwich downstairs, cooked some potatoes or something. You know what I mean? Like, that would be totally different. It would sort of make sense. But that they were like, nope, doesn't. Okay? Gritty Goddess says, he says something at the end of the clip. So, at the end of the clip, when he jumped out the window, he cuts his foot. And he says, and he's jumping up and down, and he goes, good for nothing, bitch. That's what he says. Good for nothing, bitch. He says it multiple times, and it's picked up in a lot of the security footage. There was a bunch of different clips from the security cameras. They all have audio, and he says it multiple times throughout his break-in, is that he goes, good for nothing, bitch. So if you know anybody who uses the term good for nothing all the time, that's good for nothing. That's good for nothing. If he says that, then you got your guy. So we're looking for someone with a cut, tall and skinny. You can kind of identify them by their sneakers. We're looking for somebody out there on the streets. He goes, maybe it was Mike Kanowski making pork chops. Lissandro says, that's good to know. Good for nothing. That's good for nothing. Brattleboro News, live recap show, Thursday night, 6 p.m. The very best entertainment in the whole entire state of Vermont, all in New England, all the way across the whole entire country. We're taking over shore to shore. It's amazing. Everybody loves this shit. You know you do. Make sure you share it up. I would really love you guys to share it. Throw it into your stories, and let's get this done. So big shout out to all my sponsors, Jeff Bush at Cherokee Diversified, DNR Roofing Solutions, and of course, Brattleboro Ford. You know, if you head over to Brattleboro Ford and buy a vehicle, mention Brattleboro News, you get $250 off from the best vehicles in all of Brattleboro. Dude, if you buy a badass Ford, call me up. I'm going to come down there. We're going to freaking blow some donuts over there in the fucking Preston lot or down at the co-op. You know what I mean? Buy a badass Explorer all tinted out. I'll roll around with you for a while. We'll pull up. We'll pull up and catch some footage. All right, if you need your lawn mowed, hit up Renegade Property Maintenance. You know what I mean? Commercial, residential, fully insured, free estimates. They'll mow your lawn. They'll do anything that you need outside, landscaping-wise. Hit them up. The guy's a really good guy. You'll see him around town in a truck with all these logos on the back window. My newest sponsor, King's Electric, the premier electric company in the area. Residential, commercial, you'll see their trucks all over town. These guys are doing the electrical work for everything. They're all over the Brattleboro News. They are huge Brattleboro News and Planet Hank fans. I got a chance to go over there and shoot the shit with the whole crew today. Super proud to be representing these guys. Thanks for reaching out. And, of course, stripe it and seal it. Okay, patch repair, crack filling, seal coating, line painting, stenciling. The greatest stripe it and seal it company in the whole area. Let's get it done. You need anything painted, hit those guys up. And of course, don't forget to head over to Blaine's Dance Party, the summer dance party with DJ Chase, Saturday, July 27th, Brattleboro Post 5, the Legion. That's across from the courthouse. Get it done. Let's go over there and party. I'll be there. We're going to party it up. We'll dance it. We'll cut the rug. We'll do this. We'll do the dang thing. Okay? And, of course, we have our very last story. Let's see how I'm going to play this one. Okay, I'm going to have to play it with a link. Let me go ahead and pull this one up. And this is the one we're all talking about today. I just posted this video. This one right here is absolutely hilarious to me. It is so funny. This whole story blew my mind. I couldn't even believe when this was happening. Okay? I literally couldn't. Okay? Brandon Bain arrested. Okay? And if you don't realize, this is 2 separate arrests. And it's absolutely heinous. This guy is absolutely heinous. Okay, let me go ahead, and it sounds like it's working good. Let me go ahead and share screen. Let me present you with the Brandon Bain story, okay? The greatest Nazi story in all of Brattleboro. This guy is out of his mind. What in the Brattleboro is happening?
Breaking news.
I'm Hank with Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com. I'm here at the Brattleboro Commons in downtown Brattleboro, Vermont, where Brattleboro police received a call for a disturbance. I was here filming my video segments for Brattleboro News coverage of Brandon Bain being arrested for having a warrant, during which he got belligerent with officers and made hateful comments during the arrest.
Yeah, I know. Oh, fuck off, man. They just got murdered. They got to murder me for Mexican child molesters. They're arresting me, and I'm never going. No, I want him. Civil human rights violation right now. I was captive. I was free. I was at liberty to act free. I was free from. I was free. I had no liberty to act of free will and free from departure. I was free from departure. I was captive and not at liberty to act of free will out here for 14 months, and I was free from the. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you might sue me, my teacher. Motherfucker. They're sitting at the ground about a Mexican molesting me. I got molested and you guys are arresting me because I said a Mexican molested me. I was not at liberty to act of free will, and I was free from departure for 14 months, 6 years. It started in Boulder County, Colorado. They were torturing an inmate. It made front page news.
During production, Mr. Bain approached me in the park, so I offered him an opportunity to make a statement for the news segment telling his side of the story. He politely declined. Mr. Bain then attempted to cross Putney Road away from the Common when an RV and a pickup truck almost struck him in the road, and he started an argument with both drivers. I started filming him, and that's when he focused his tirade towards me, saying he did not want to be filmed and yelling white power. After a few seconds of yelling, he started sprinting towards me, making hateful comments and trying to intimidate me.
You can't fucking do it by law. Put that fucking thing down. I just told you can't do it. You don't have the right to fucking videotape me. You know what?
Get the fuck back, bro. I'm gonna knock you out.
Let's do it.
As he approached, he swatted my camera, so I struck him one time in the throat while maintaining my original position.
Who the hell what? Get the fuck back. I'm gonna knock you out. Let's do it. Put it down.
Based.
You're Mexican, motherfucker. You're Mexican, motherfucker. You're Mexican. And you're fucking doing it for Mexicans. Go ahead, motherfucker. Go ahead. That on my people.
Brandon.
No, fuck you. You're making a YouTube video for Mexican motherfuckers, and I'm dead now. I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker. Renegade. You just did it.
He told me he had a knife and that he was going to kill me. After the altercation, Bain stormed off towards downtown Brattleboro, where Brattleboro police later arrested him on Bridge Street. It was also reported that he made racial slurs towards a minor on Main Street the previous day.
You're the one is it? Yep, you captured me. Yep, hit the plate. Yep, you bright blood. Yep, there you go. You got it. Yeah, it's fun. I know. It's sick as fuck. You framed me. I know. You white punk. For Mexican molesters. I know. For Mexicans that raped me at 9 years old. I know. You're the one that did it. Yep. I go anyways. I know. You guys framed me for murder. You guys framed me. And
Okay, we're gonna stand you out, Mr.
The
Man.
cops murdered me. I know. The cops framed me. You guys murdered me. They framed me for the Mexican that molested me at 9 years old. You guys said it was me. You said it was an album. And the cops got paid and you took it anyway. You took it anyway. The cops framed me instead for the Mexican that raped me at 9 years old. I told everybody, Vermont legal aid, everything. Nobody helped me. I told political defenders, everybody. And I got blamed for Mexican affiliation. That's what it was. The cops beat me to death until I got it. And they smiled the whole time for Mexican affiliations that raped me. I told everybody, civil rights, everybody. Michael Dolce in Boulder County, everybody. And nobody gave a fuck. The cops knew they paid to kill me. The sick punk.
He was charged with larceny from a person, assault, and aggravated disorderly conduct ×2, hate motivated. I was able to get a comment from Lieutenant Warner of the Brattleboro Police Department.
We received a report of a man with a swastika and SS tattoos accosting a black teenager on Main Street. Officers searched for the man, but later received a report of him, the same male, attacking a reporter on the town common. Officers responded to the scene. The male had fled. They located him at the Amtrak station. He was taken into custody and charged with aggravated disorderly conduct, hate crime, another count of aggravated disorderly conduct, simple assault, and attempted larceny from a person.
Just because you are arrested does not mean that you're guilty of a crime, and the investigation is ongoing. I'm Hank with Brattleboro News and PlanetHank.com, sponsored by Brattleboro Ford.
Wow, look at all my new sponsors right there, baby. Yeah, we taking over with the Brattleboro News live recap show. Man, I'm sorry that the audio seemed like a little lagged. I don't know what's going on with that. I probably just need to restart the computer or do something. I don't know what, but that kind of sucked. But let me tell you, that was awesome. Okay, let me read some of the comments, and I'll make some comments about this. He goes, how is he still walking? Man, I'll tell you like this. I was going to hit him, and then I was like, okay, wait a minute. I don't want to get Hep C or AIDS, and this is a stinky, fat dude, okay? And he's probably got bloodborne diseases. So I was like, let me go with the C. I made a C with my hand like this, and I went like that and hit him right in the throat and pushed up with it. And you could tell, and I could tell from, doing martial arts that this dude, he felt that. He definitely felt that. And that's when he immediately went back and put his hand in his pocket and was like, I got a knife. Okay? He was trying to say, oh, and I'm going to kill you. You know what I mean? He didn't want none. Sherry says, you're a badass. Savage. He goes, I tried to decipher the guy's language. Yeah. Can't figure out what he said. So basically he said that he was raped by Mexicans, and that's why he's a white supremacist, and that I was working for Mexicans. I was making a Mexican YouTube video, and I'm working for the Mexican media to frame him. That's basically where it all went. And it's all my fault. And at the end of the video, basically, he was like, yep, you got me. You framed me. You're a sick fuck. You framed me. You're working for the Mexicans. Now you're smiling. Okay, because I kind of started smiling when he started saying all that shit. And then, you know, so he got mad. He goes, drugs are bad. Okay, dude sounds cracked out. Definitely some crack going on. Talk about mental illness. He goes, Hank's out here punching Nazis. She said, keyword, trying to intimidate. Yeah, dude, I wasn't having it. Literally, I don't even care. I was not intimidated by him. He goes, Jeff Bush writes, Hank didn't even flinch. You like that? Dude, when he ran up to me, I was just standing there just filming. I let him come all the way up. And when he hit my camera is when I got pissed. And I seed him right in the neck. The Steven Seagal move. Ha! Ha! There you go. Wake up. I was more like, wake up, bro. You're going to get beat up. Okay? I've been doing jujitsu for years. MMA, boxing, combat sports. I was a Marine. Like, bro, I was going to beat him up. If he did one more thing, then I was going to go. I was going to start throwing punches. And I would probably punch him in the stomach first and see if I could drop him. If I could hit him, like, right in the liver, you know, bow, right in the liver, and see if I could, like, make him not want to fuck around anymore. You know what I mean? Or try to get an underhook. See, the thing is with the underhook, then I'd have to touch him. Ugh, I don't want to touch his sweaty ass. But if I could get that underhook and freaking dump his ass over on the ground, then I could probably get knee on belly, you know what I mean? Get on top of him and hold him there and get him to shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? I don't appreciate him being in the World War II memorial of our town. The Brattleboro Common is the war memorial. Okay? You can see it in the video. They got a big World War II, World War I, all kinds of memorials for every war that people from Brattleboro sacrificed for. Okay? That is not the place to be walking around with your little punk-ass swastika on your chest. Okay? That pisses me off. Don't disrespect our war memorial. All the people that are going there, you don't know who's up there, who's a family member, who's visiting, who's seeing that. That is a bad look. You don't go up to a war memorial dressed like that with a swastika out. Here's the other thing. You seem a little slow, buddy. You seem a little slow. And if you know anything about the Nazis would have taken you out. You would have been the first one gone, dude. They did not like people with disabilities and mental illness and just mental retardations and shit. They don't like that. They would have put you to sleep. They would have gassed you. So I don't know who tricked you, whether it was in jail like you were yelling about when you got raped by Mexicans or what institution tricked you into thinking that you were part of the white supremacy squad. You're not part. You're not in their club, dude. You don't qualify. Okay, you're a handicap. Fucking idiots, bro. Hank motivated. He goes, he's talking an awful lot for somebody who claims he's been murdered multiple times. Fact. He goes, I had similar experience with someone like this in Brattleboro in a road rage incident. Cops involved 2 times, ending in a criminal charge. Beaten to death. Don't mess with Hank. He goes, Hank, was that your weak arm? Yeah, that was my left. Man, he's lucky I didn't hit him with the right. Dude, he wouldn't have been able to handle that. Are you kidding me? Hit him with the right? He goes, the throat punch computer. Throat punch the computer. Ha! Right there. Maybe he just needs a hug. Ew. Bro, imagine hugging that fat, stinky, freaking junkie out there, bro. That would be gross, man. He's all sweaty. You see him when he's like running and his whole body was fucking ridiculous. He goes, I'm not going to do it, but somebody could try. Hank had to reach out and touch him. Should have hit him with a Vulcan neck punch. Yo, I mean, as far as on, you know, as far as just like, you know, thinking quick on my feet, the Steven Seagal neck fucking see, I was pretty impressed with myself that I remembered to do that. Ashley Maylot says, it's always your fault. It's always Hank's fault. It's Hank's fault. Hashtag Hank's fault. Everything is Hank's fault. I've noticed that my whole career doing media is that no matter what, no matter who gets mad, at some way, somehow, it's always Hank's fault. I'm always to blame. You know what I mean? Not all heroes wear capes. You know what I mean? I wear dress clothes, okay? So I don't wear a cape. I wear slacks. You know what I mean? I wear dress shoes and a button-down shirt, okay? He goes, absolute legend, Liam Wood, Hank for governor. There you go. I gotta get in a room with Rick Scott and be like, listen, buddy, you gotta set me up. You gotta get me in there. Make Hank the next governor of Vermont. He goes, standing guillotine. Choke him out. See, that's what was coming. If he fucked with me, or I really had to, if he kept coming forward, see, that's why I wanted to make sure my feet were planted. Like Jeff wrote in the comments earlier, I didn't budge an inch. I was determined to be base because behind me was my car, and I wasn't about to fucking back up anymore. So it was going to be a fight. And if I had to, I was going to try to get an underhook, shuck him, get behind him, and put the rear naked choke in and choke him from behind because he wouldn't be able to do anything, and just pull on it hard as shit and put his ass completely to sleep. You know, but you got to make sure if you're going to do a choke in a fight that you're fighting in self-defense and fighting for your life, because that can be considered first-degree assault. Ryan Phillips says, proud of you, Hank. He goes, oh, he's on the gas. Sadly, he's been drinking it. Hank stands up and fights. He don't run. He doesn't run into the woods with soup. He goes, glad it did not turn out worse. Who knows if he was armed? Glad you're okay. See, that was the thing. He said he had a knife, and he was putting his hand in his pocket saying he had a knife. But when the police searched him, he did not have a knife. So I don't know if it was a situation where he basically had a knife and threw it, or if whatever, before he got arrested, or if he didn't have a knife at all. He didn't pull it out. He goes, what do you do? I'm late to the party. I throat punched a Nazi. You can find that video. Make sure that if you're all watching it in here, that you still head over to the YouTube and watch the original copy in full speed and share it. I really want some comments and some shares on my Brattleboro YouTube page. Make sure you comment and like it. It really helps boost the page and gets our stuff out. See, she agrees with my 9-year-old. He goes, you got to do what you got to do, my man. Oh, yeah, definitely. Big shout out to everybody watching the Brattleboro News Recap Show. The #1 news source in the region. The state of Vermont has never looked this good. We can finally watch the news in Brattleboro. All the best action news, police content, arrests, all the tea from around town will be featured on Brattleboro News, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Our Instagram goes hard. Brattleboro Ford, big shout out to the guys over at Brattleboro Ford, the whole sales team. Buy any vehicle, you get $250 off when you mention Planet Hank. 10% off when you mention Planet Hank or Brattleboro News on any service. Big shout out to Renegade Property Maintenance. If you need any work done on your yard or outside of your house, hit them up. You can see them riding around town in their work truck, residential, commercial. Shout out to my newest sponsor, King's Electric, the premier electric company for the whole town, residential, commercial. Hit them up. You want some quotes, you need some work done, you want to wire something, King's Electric can get it done. Stripe it and seal it. Patch repair, crack filling, seal coating, line painting, stenciling. Great sponsorship. These people, they all reach out because they believe in what they're seeing so much. And, of course, we're all going to the dance party a week from Saturday up at the Legion, Brattleboro Post 5. So Brattleboro is on a downtrend. We've got so much crime and so much negative drug activity in the town that it's important that people get involved and that they start acting like they care about this town again. We got to all stick together. All the good guys stick together and make some changes. We got to get some changes in how we spend money as a state. what nonprofits that we're supporting, and maybe think about what it actually entails for a nonprofit to operate. Are they just helping, or are they actually drawing more negative influences into the town? Because that's a big problem that I see, people blindly supporting certain nonprofits in the area that kind of require more unhoused people, more drug users to come into the area so that they can, quote unquote, treat them. I don't think so, okay? We don't need more people who are going to be negative influence on the town coming here. Our crime is skyrocketing. We need some solutions. Okay, not just profiteers trying to say that they're going to help with treatment. The last thing these people need is an hour-long therapy session once a week. That's not what people need who are addicted to dangerous drugs. I've got so much content in my backlog. I have 7 stories, okay? Great stories. I've got a heroin bust with a gun. I've got some warrant arrests for some drug users. I've got some driving without a license, some negligent operation situations. I've got a little bit of action and some people resisting arrest. So make sure that you tune into the Brattleboro News on YouTube and all my platforms so that you don't miss a drop. Those shares are important. Everybody who watches, I know that you love it. He goes, Facebook got mad about my comment. She said, "You are amazing." Well, Ashley, thank you very much. Elena Hubble says, "Gang, gang, big goatsy." She says, investigate maintenance drug programs. Exactly. So, again, it's the Brattleboro Recap Show. We do this every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Everybody who watch, thanks for watching. Share it up. Do what you do. Support me. Hate me. Do whatever it is. Just keep watching. The Brattleboro News is the dopest #1 news source in all of Vermont, soon the region, and hopefully nationwide. All the best content. I love you guys. Shout out to all the sponsors and supporters. Peace.